everyone. Welcome to Marie's Scrappy Creations, where we sew the scraps of your life into beautiful creations. And today I have a special guest, one who you've seen before, unless you're new and you need to go back and watch our other video. Welcome, Lisa Marie from Country Treasures. It's great to have you with me today.
Well, thank you, Marie. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, we're going to call this, Oh My Stars, I'm Seeing Double. And Lisa Marie came up with that because there's two of us. There's two ornaments and they're both stars. It's double, it's a triple double. So, oh my stars, I'm seeing double. So what we're going to do is we have two parts here. Lisa Marie is going to show us a star ornament. She's going to show us how to make it. We'll make it along with her. And then I'm going to show you how to make a star ornament that we'll all make together. They may be something you've seen before. There's something we've seen before, but it's fun to get together, kick off the holiday season by making an ornament. We're using scraps, so it's a win-win there too. All right, so Lisa Marie, can you tell us what we're going to need for today's project?
Oh, well, for my star, you're going to start off with 3 5-inch squares of fabric. You can use it from a charm pack, or you can cut it from your yardage, or you could make a scrap piece out of whatever.
And they should all be different, correct? Or can they be the same?
You could do them all the same. You could do 3 different. I personally, I like the variety of doing 3 if I can find fabrics that match. For me, matching 3 fabrics sometimes is a little difficult.
Okay.
That's where charm packs come in great because you know that everything matches.
Yes.
Okay. You're going to want to add a hanger to your star. So you might want some embroidery floss or crochet cotton or ribbon.
Okay, so I can use my ribbon like this.
All right, those are beautiful.
This is 1/4 inch.
That's fine. That's fine. Whatever you have. We're going to use what we have. Okay. You're going to use, you're going to need some buttons. I'll tell you right now that those 3 5-inch squares, you're going to be able to make 2 stars out of those. Okay. I'm only going to make one with you today because I've got a pile of them because I've been trying them in all different sizes and all kinds of different ways.
Okay.
This is what one I had made the other day as a sample.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
What else are you going to need? Just your basic stuff. Oh, a pinking shears if you like a pinked edge. And I think Marie and I both agree.
I think you copied my list of what I need, except for the size squares. You copied my list. No, I'm teasing. We need the same. No, but it's good because we're using the same basic supplies for each of our stars.
Exactly. Awesome. So, but I like the pinked edge. I think you agreed with me on that one.
I do.
And then your basics, your sewing machine, your scissors or rotary cutter, whatever you want to use. So that's about it.
Okay, so ready? I'm going to pause our video here for just a moment so I can give them a picture of what they're going to need just laid out there. Okay, now that we have seen what we need, what's the first thing we're going to do?
All right, you're going to grab those 5-inch squares, and the easiest way to do it is, of course, is layer them up.
So stack them one on top of another?
I cheated a little bit. I cut mine already.
Okay, well, I haven't cut mine. How about this? How about
on a diagonal? Cut from point to point.
I will pause the video yet again, and I'm going to put in.
You're going to show them?
I am. I'll show you guys with mine how we're going to do this. Okay, I have my 3 5-inch squares stacked one on top of another. I'm going to hold my ruler from one to the other, and I'm going to go down through just a diagonal cut, as she said, just like that. So to make her first star, you just need one set. This will make another one, but we're going to set that aside. This is what you need.
Okay, so everybody has their triangles.
I have mine.
Half of your squares. We're going to fold them in half once again.
Which way?
And it's up to you.
Back to back, wrong sides together?
Yep, wrong sides together. We're going to have those right sides facing out.
Okay,
if you'd like to press them, you can press them. If you want to finger press them, you can finger press them. I know Marie, she's got that iron already.
I'm going to
she's gonna press them.
I am. Okay, so I'm going to take it and put wrong sides together, correct? Just match my points. Okay, and I'm going to get those set because my iron did cool off while we were talking. Yeah, I had these charm packs that Kimberly had sent me. I remember that I opened a few weeks ago.
They're beautiful. I have to say, I was a little jealous.
Look at these. I just love colors. Them. But of course, some of them have like trees and Christmassy things on them. But some of these could be used year round.
That's true. That's true.
So, yes.
And you could put anything with them.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it just takes a second. You know me, I have to iron, but you said that. You know.
And that's why it's so simple to make these. And even if you want to make, 2 at a time, you just press them all. We're going to chain piece them. Makes it real simple.
Okay, I have mine ironed.
All right. We're going to have to take it to the sewing machine now, which means I'm going to be off camera here.
All right.
But what we're going to do is, you have them still folded, of course, you pressed them. You're going to go down and sew your 1/4 inch seam allowance on every side. Okay. And of course, some of us do it differently. I go down one side and I chain all of them, and then I go back and do the other side. If you want to do all 3 sides.
That's what I would do. I would probably put them in a line of 3 pieces and do the long side, long side, long side, and then.
Yes, and go off. If you go off, it makes kind of like a little X near your points. And I like that. I mean, some people might not want to do it that way, but I like to go right off the side.
Okay, so we're using a 1/4 inch seam allowance.
1/4 inch seam allowance, and my sewing machine is set at a 2.5 stitch length. And okay, everybody, you got everything sewn up, got all your triangles. Now, we were thinking too that if you didn't have pinking shears, I don't know about you, but I didn't get pinking shears right away when I started sewing. So if you don't have pinking shears yet, all those decorative stitches that you don't always use on your sewing machine, you might want to try one that's small enough. That would
a little narrow one would fit perfectly.
Yeah, some of them are little flowers or something. You'd have to try it out. But that would be an experiment.
Okay, so you grabbed yours, I'm grabbing mine.
I grabbed my pinking shears. And
we're shearing now?
Trim around each edge. Be careful. Don't catch that stitch that you just did. You don't want to rip it. Okay. And you're going to use the pinking shears, trim up every edge, even the one that you folded.
Okay.
I think it makes it nice and decorative. To me, it just makes it
pinking
shears go between a snowflake and a star.
Yeah. Plus they look more, not country. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I don't know. I really like the look of the pinking shears.
Maybe festive? I don't know.
Could be.
Something.
Now, do you have to use the 5-inch squares?
I've tried it with a lot of different ways, to be honest. These make a good size star, I think.
Okay, but you could go larger.
You could go larger. You could go smaller. I even did it using 2.5-inch jelly roll strips.
Oh, wow. I bet those were tiny.
So those came out. Let me see.
Oh, she has some.
I have here. I have one that I made. So it came out. Oh, you gotta make me get my ruler.
Well, that's not as small as I would have thought, though.
It came out about 3 inches. So
That's kind of cute though. So that's
well,
with
it
a
depends.
two and
If
a
you have one
half
of those little
inch.
trees, if you have a
No
little
kidding.
2-foot tree, but if somebody wanted to, you know, there's all different things you can do. You don't have to make the stars. That's something else too, Marie. We're
What's
making
that?
these for Christmas, right?
Well, we are, but that we don't have to use Christmas fabric. I was just thinking of that.
Yes. I
You
did
pointing your
what I
shears
showed
at
at the
me?
beginning. This one's Americana.
Yes. Yeah.
You could do a springtime, you know, if you do, some people do trees for every season or every holiday.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I have a friend whose mom does every year. She does a tree, and well, she has like a rotation, but like one year it'll be her gold tree, and all her ornaments are gold colored, or her silver tree, or her red tree. I don't know how many she's got, but it's amazing and it's beautiful. But like you say, sometimes people put up an Easter tree and a Halloween tree, but I also think it's good because what if you have a member of your family in the service and you want to make a red, white, and blue one, or a nurse, you could make nursing fabric and make them an ornament. So that's a great idea.
And you know what? We're almost done already.
Okay.
We're going to get into the toughest part here. Layering these 3 stars.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, 3 triangles to make a star.
I'm going to get my phone ready to record because I'm betting I will need to look down at my table so that I can show everyone what we need or what it needs to look like. Okay. See, this is thinking ahead. I'm teasing.
Well, right. I'll tell you what. I had to dig out my phone because I didn't know or didn't remember how to tell people which way to put them. So I'm going to send you some pictures of how you place each one because it is terribly hard to hold it up and show you the way. Well,
thank you. I will put them in. I will edit them into this so we can keep everyone in the loop.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to do this.
Okay. I'm going to use this so that this will be good, right? I just thought of that. I can.
Does it stick to it? Sticks to that?
Well, I can if I put my little. I have a cover that I made just for that, so they stick better. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it does help. It's what I use when I'm doing a quilt along. It's just a piece of fleece. Yeah, but that just means I have to fold it correctly. Well, if I don't.
Well, let's just say that in the end, it'll all come out right. You might, when you start doing these, they might just come out funky. Well, I shouldn't say they come out funky. You might have to rearrange your triangles a bit.
Okay.
Okay. So when you start with your first one, put the long edge on your right side. Okay.
The long edge
to
the right.
Put that down flat in front of you.
Okay. Up and down. The long edge is up and down to the right.
Correct. Okay.
Now I have to flip it for it to be to the right there, but I'm going to have to do it in mirror image, and that's really good.
Oh, that's going to be even harder. Okay.
I'm going to do it on my right, and then, yeah, I just have to. Okay.
Okay.
I have to.
Now the second one is going to kind of go diagonally. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to leave a tip of your first one and make sure that the small tip is
okay, which way is the long part going?
The long part is going to go diagonally over the top of the first triangle.
So is it kind of like this? I don't know. You said something about the tip here.
Yep, the tip, you want that tip inside of your, or on top of the first triangle. You don't want any fabric hanging off, or maybe just a little bit, but you can fix it afterwards if you need to.
Oh, I see. It would show up here. You got to cover it. Okay, I'm not sure of my angle, but maybe when I get my third piece on there,
I
I'll
was going to
know.
say, now the third piece, when you put it down, it's
Mhm.
going to be, all right, put the long side to your left, okay?
Mhm.
And then move it a little bit to your right and put that top with the top of the first one. They want to go to, you want those to go together. So the first and the third both meet at that same point on the top.
You've
Because
lost me.
we're working with 6 points, right? Because you have 3 triangles.
Right.
Stars
I'm
only
just trying
5
to figure this out here. I'll get it. It's just a matter of laying it out, because then I can, once I get it, I can show everyone on my board and I can lift up one piece at a time. Let's see here. I'm looking at a star shape here on my table, trying to make sure I do this right.
How about if you think of it this way? The first piece that you put down is going to be your top point and your bottom right point. Does that make sense? Of your star. So that's where you want the long ends. That's where you want the long ends of your point to go. You
What
want
now? I'm sorry. It's so hard for me to figure this out and listen at the same time.
Oh, it
I'm
is.
sorry.
It is. Okay. See this one. Okay. This is your first one. You're going to put.
I think I got it.
You got it? Okay.
I think I did. Let me turn it around. Now I know I need to fix it a little bit, but did I do it?
Yep. Just fix that green one and move it a little bit more to the small side. So that it's even. It's coming out about the same on both sides. There you go.
All right. So now I'm going to show everyone.
And sometimes you do have to play with it.
So this one, I'm going to try not to move it too much. So this one is like this. Long side is here. This one, I hope I didn't mess it up here, is kind of like this. So it's still looking wonky, but see there's a little edge, and that's the one I covered up. Now if I get this right again, it will be a miracle. Which way did I go here?
Actually, I think that should be your first piece because you got them.
I've got it messed up. I had it. But then when I go to show it, I lost it.
The one in the center is the one that makes the 2 arms out on the side. Like if you're looking at like a starfish.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it would help if you just put the middle one down first.
That goes across.
Do this. Try this just for kicks. Let's see if this works easier. If you look at this piece, this is my middle piece.
Yeah, I've got that.
Okay. And now if you look at these pieces, if I put the 2 points, the long end of the points together, I'm sorry. I'm not
I can't see what the back one is, so.
Okay. So then we're going to take this back one and I'm going to put it like this so I can make that top point. Okay.
Yeah, I got that.
And then I'm going to and then we're going to make, and then we're going to take this one and put it on. Is that going to work? Wait a minute. Is that going to work? I know it's going to work now.
I got it again, but it's showing people how I got it. So what I'm going to do, everyone, is I'm going to put step number 1, step number 2, and step number 3 in a picture right after this point. So
I found an easy way to do this. Well, kind of easy. You lay this one out like that with the long edge going. Now, what I do with these two is I overlap them like this. So you're putting this edge even with the other edge like that. See, and you just lay them on top, just like that. So you're going to put your hanger on the edge where you have your two, or on the corner where you have your two pieces lined up. That's where your hanger is going to go.
Okay. All right, so what I need to do is I need to put mine back together here.
So that's what mine looks like, and I have to decide which side I want to be out. Not that it matters which is the right or the wrong side, because either one would work, correct?
Correct, because it's gonna, a star is gonna spin and move or whatever anyways.
And you can't be looking for perfection. Every point is not going to be the same size, correct? The same coming out. It's a wonky star.
No, not really. I don't think.
Yeah, mine's not exactly even. I don't think you could with these. I don't think it could come out exactly even.
In other words, it shows, I don't know, I feel that when you put it down flat, the front shows better than the back does, but that's just, but actually the back is fine too, I guess. It doesn't really matter. It's just a star.
Right.
Okay. And you're gonna, what I like is, even though you did it with these three fabrics and you have the other halves of your you have the other halves of your square left. So you have three more triangles, so you can make the same star and just layer it differently, and it's going to look different.
It is, and I just messed up. Once I get this right, I am not going to move it.
I don't blame you. You know, I've done it probably, how many do I have here? I've already made 1, 2, 3.
She's made a couple.
4, 5, 6. I've made 8 of them already, and I have trouble putting it together.
All right, so I'm going to put a pin in this, or I will lose it.
Yep, you can pin her. And if you're doing multiples of them, you might want to pin or clip them together so that they stay the way you want them. And then what you're going to do is take your crochet cotton or whatever you're using to tie your button on.
Okay, so we're not going to sew the button on in the regular method. We're going to tie it.
It's up to you.
Okay.
And it's just like anything else. I like the country look, so I go through the button, through the threes, through the star, and then I go back out the other side, back out, and then I tie my knot on the front, if that makes sense. Did I say that correctly?
I think you did. And I have to apologize. I'm so tired that my eyes are almost crossing. For anyone who doesn't know, we're filming, and today is the day after Thanksgiving, and I had a huge 2 days before today, so I'm tired.
That's why we made them easy.
That's right.
So
again, I like my needle.
I tie my knot on the front, and I like the little ends. You can cut them and do it however you like.
All right. Now I have some black, white, red, and green buttons, but I don't know what I'm going to use. I might just use one of my wooden handmade buttons.
Those wooden buttons. What did they say on them?
Mine say handmade with love. I have some of these that they're just wooden. And they say handmade with love.
Oh, how sweet.
But I also have a bunch of red and green buttons here. I think I'm going to use a green one because I have red thread. And I just think that would be cute. And even though
I just thought of too?
What's
you got wooden buttons. Homespun stars would look really cute too.
Oh, wouldn't they? Yeah, homespun stars. Adorable.
And you might be able to ragged the edge too, because they fray a lot. So
yes, they do.
Raggedy. Oh, I have so many thoughts now. See, I told you this is going to be fun.
I knew it would be fun. I just didn't mean to be so confused with the star.
Oh, I'm still confused, Maureen. I told you. Look at how many I already did.
All right. So I'm going to show everyone what I have here.
Me too.
You too? Okay.
Yeah, I got a nice.
I'm not to that point because I couldn't get my needle threaded. So what I have is I have a button and I went down this way, up the other. So I have a thread that I'm going to tie, and then it's going to look like Lisa.
Yeah. Or with yours, like you have 4 holes. You could always do it so it crisscrosses.
I could, but for time's sake, I'm not going to today. All right.
All we need to do now is we're going to add a hanger. So as soon as you're done tying up your knot there for your button.
I tie 3 for whatever reason. That's what I do.
3 is a good number.
So that's what mine looks like so far. Ooh. And, okay.
You know what I was thinking too? If somebody didn't want to sew these, or if they're working, say they got their grandchildren over, or some younger people, or maybe even this would be great even for like a senior center.
Sure.
Them do that and stuff. You could probably glue them together instead of having them use a sharp.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would work. Why wouldn't that might work? Yeah.
I have never personally tried it, but I would think that would work.
And I found some 1/8 inch ribbon, by the way, for my hanging loop. So I think that'll be great.
Pretty. I'm just going to use more crochet cotton.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we can use anything we want. That's right.
You can even use a strip of scrappy fabric. Scrappy.
Okay, I am going.
And what I like to do is you're going to go to the top where you have the 2 points together. I like to start.
Okay, the one where there's 2, like right here. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And all you're going to do is, I like to go from the back
to the front.
To the front, and then back to the back again, so that my knot stays down the bottom behind the star. Of course, when your star turns around and stuff, it's going to move. But then I tie a knot at the end.
Yeah, I can't get through it with the ribbon that way, so I'm going to have to switch to the crochet cotton because I can get one way with the 1/8 inch ribbon up through the 2 layers, but I can't get
but you could
back
always
that
just
way.
tack it on. You could sew it on like you sewed your button on.
I could sew it on, but I'm going to do this way, and I'll just go with what you've got there.
Anybody that's interested in doing a ribbon, what you do is put the 2 ends, make them crisscross, and then bring your needle, use a regular sewing thread, and go through that ribbon at the crisscross.
And I just want to throw this in, whatever you want for your length, this is where you determine it before you knot it off. And
I was going to say, I use an 8 inch piece just because I feel,
okay,
at least with this size, that seems to work. You might want to go down to a 6 inch if you go down to a smaller star. But this star turns out to be a pretty decent size. We started with those 5 inch, and mine finishes out at a little more than 4.5, just a wee bit. Okay. So this makes a good size star. You know what you could do too, Marie? I know you like to spray starch.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to stiffen them up a little bit, if you don't.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking the same thing. I think the next time I try this, before I do any of the folds, I'll spray it with my sizing, or a person could use starch or best press, whatever they have. There, those are cute, Lisa Marie. Very cute. What do you guys think? Yay, we did it. All right, that's awesome.
If you don't have a lot of fabric, you can always, these would make a good idea if, say if somebody's passed away, or if you have some of their clothing or something, you could always make them in memory ones. If somebody was having a baby, you could do it in pink or blue or whatever.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? You could do all kinds of stuff.
And what is so cool is we started off with 3 5-inch squares, you guys. And there's enough to make 2, because here's my other ones. So see, we are seeing double. That is awesome. Thank you, Lisa Marie. So everyone, before we go on, because I'm going to show the next star, and it's very simple. But before we go on, I am going to put Lisa Marie on the spot a little bit. I want her to tell you about her group and about what she does on a daily basis. So I want you to tell about you.
What I do on a daily basis. I try to calm my brain down. It's always going. It's always going. I've been creating, my parents will say, ever since I was little, even with the spirographs and all that stuff. I used to do the string art and all this fun stuff. I always had a little bit of that creativity in there.
Sure.
Then, of course, I took home ec in school, and so I got the sewing bug. So I've been doing that for a long time. I've done craft shows for over 25 years. Now I'm online. So I do have a website, and I do have a Facebook group, and I know Marie's going to link them down below for me. So come on over and join me. Would you like to see a few of the things recently I've made, Marie?
Yes, absolutely. We want to see. And you make these to sell, correct?
Correct, I do. And I change all the time, but a lot of people call me the Angel Queen because one of my favorite things is these angels. Okay. And this is one of my recent ones that I came up with.
Yes, I love her. She's sweet.
And she is just so cute. And again, these don't have to be Christmas. This is Americana, but I've done them in homespun. I can do them in springtime colors. You can do them anything you want. She's got cute little wooden hands and such. So I just enjoy creating and making things everything a little bit different. And this is something new I tried. Okay, I have to be honest. Most of my angels do not have hair. Okay, and somebody once told me though that angels really don't have hair, but I guess it depends on what you like. Because these have become very popular for me. I took the idea from the hair idea is actually from another person that does YouTube videos, and she goes by Rick Rack Ruby. And she does something similar to this, but of course, everybody, it's just like anything else. If you made it, Marie,
well, you have to put your own spin on it. Yeah, absolutely.
So I've been doing these, and as you can tell, look at these fabrics, Marie.
I know. I know.
Scrappy.
I know. I love the scraps.
Addiction one on Etsy. Okay, and I use.
We will link Kimberly's shop below. Yeah,
sounds great. This one I used her strips, and this one I used.
Is those? Excuse me, are those from her scrap pack or just strips? The first one.
Yes, this is a scrap pack. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is usually all strips.
Okay.
And I love them, love them. And this was from a charm pack.
Awesome.
So you can do it with either one. Okay. And if somebody, I like to make things little too. So little.
Wow, that is little.
And I call her adorable. A flower angel because
angel.
Her little dress is like a flower.
Like a petal. Sure.
Okay. And she's got little tulle wings and such like that. And should I show them what I just made that I haven't shown anybody else yet, Marie?
That's totally up to you, but I can't say it won't be out there. Once you say it and show
it. Somebody asked me to make these.
Somebody did.
And so I made a snowman block.
Yeah.
And this is a 1.5 inch wooden block. I painted it. I distressed it. I sanded some of the edges and added. I can add a little scarf. I thought the little scarf was cute.
Wish I could show you. Maybe it will come up on my memories, but my husband and I have been making wooden snowmen things for years and selling them at Christmas time. All kinds of different snowmen things. Everything from teeny tiny like that to on your porch decorations that had the scarves. But that's adorable. That's a good addition to your angels.
Somebody asked for those, so I said, okay, I'll try to make it. And
you did a good job.
I put my own spin on it. Yeah. But if anybody is interested in anything, again, Marie's going to put the links down below. Contact me.
She posts a lot on our Facebook group. Yes. Yeah.
And they come out first on my Facebook group. Then if it's popular enough, then I put it over to my website. So, and I am running a Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday thing. If you go to my site, between now and December 13th and order over $25 worth, you do get a free gift worth at least $5.
Oh, nice.
So that's what I'm doing. All right, Marie, what do you got for us today?
Okay, now we're on to part 2. And I'm going to show you something that is very straightforward. There's not even a fold. We don't even have to do a fold this time. I have something that is easy enough that if you have your grandchildren over or your neighbor's children or something, you can do a craft with a child. Very simple, all made from scraps. So I'm going to show you the first one. It's just a simple star. And I used a little scrap piece of fabric to go under the button just to add a little bit of bling or whatever you call it. This was my second try at it. So in the description box below, I'm going to leave a link to a star pattern. There is more than one on that page, okay? I think there's 4, right, Lisa Marie? Because I sent you the link. There's 3 or 4.
I know it's 7.5 and then 6, and I don't think I went too much
Yeah,
further down.
I think there's more. Well, we use the 6-inch star template. And so when you get to that page, you can use the 6, you could use the 5, you can use whatever you want. So all you need for this, I'm going to make 2 at the same time, okay? So I have one with green and red. Now this is what I want you to do. Let me grab my little fold here. Boy, I have lint on it. So you're going to take a piece of fabric that is 6.5 inches square. You need 2 pieces that are at least 6.5 inches square, and 1 piece of batting that's 6.5 inches square. I guess I should have stopped and told everyone what they needed, but it's basically the same thing Lisa Marie had. You're going to need your fabric. You're going to need a button, a scrap of fabric. Just dig right in your scrap pile and grab a piece of fabric. You need pinking shears, some embroidery floss, crochet cotton, whatever you want to do that way, and you need a little piece of ribbon, okay? So lay your fabric right side down. Put your batting in the middle, and you could use polyester batting if you want. I have cotton batting, but either one is fine. And then right side up. So you have right side down, cotton batting, right side up. Now we're going to use either a piece of tailor's chalk. I'm using a water-soluble marker. If you use something like a pencil, you just need to be mindful that you're going to be sewing over this, but you cannot erase ink. So I'm not really sure how you want to go about this. Let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to take our template. We're going to place it right on our piece like this. And I probably should do this from the other side where my marker shows up easier. Goodness. And I'm going to trace around just like this. And this is, I'll wipe this off after if it shows through. But I'm going to pin it in place, all 3 layers. If you're working with children, you might want to spray base this instead of pins, but it's totally up to you. And that is pinned up. I am going to grab a piece of ribbon, and I know I had some green ribbon here a minute ago. When Lisa
How long is the ribbon?
I think I cut it 7.5 inches. Thank you for asking. I think I cut it 7.5, and I guess I'm just going to have to use red. because I tucked some of it down inside the star, so some of it you won't even use, and you know, whatever you think you might want to have for a length. This is 1/4 inch ribbon. I prefer using the 1/8 inch, but whatever we have. So what I did is I took my piece of ribbon and I just put it together like this. Take this and put it right at the point, okay? Stick it right in there at the point, so it's sticking right out the center. And like I said, I'm going to show you here in just a second. I'm going to pin it in place and then I'll show you guys what I have here. So see, I did put it down a ways in there, okay?
Okay.
But you do want to make sure that when it comes up out of that point, and there's a reason for this, here, I'll show you just a second, that it's together like this. Instead of, you don't want it spread apart into 2 pieces, you want it overlapped. Because when we cut it with the pinking shears in a moment, you're going to have to go around that ribbon, so you've got to have it together.
Okay, so this is
what
the
it should look
difficult
like.
part.
Is it the difficult part?
Well, I got the 1/8 inch ribbon and it just keeps moving on me. So yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's just
All right.
now. Okay, all right. I probably should have used white or something because the red kind of shows up under the fabric, but I guess that's okay.
I don't think anyone's going to get really close to your Christmas tree and go, her ribbon is showing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're almost done. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use a very small stitch length. I use 1.8 millimeter. And I start at this point because I want to come back and go over it again. So I start at this point. You're going to stitch directly on the mark that you just made around there. And don't forget to back tack at the beginning and the end, especially because that's where your hanging loop is. Okay, everyone, we are back. We have our stars all sewn, and this is what it should look like. I think I should take my pins out. What's that?
I used the same fabric on both sides this
You
time.
can do that. In fact, you guys want to see what I have over here?
What do you have over there?
I have one with this on the back.
Oh,
Straps on the front.
Oh, that one's gonna be the best.
So what I'll do is I will put pictures of the finished stars because Lisa Marie's going to send me a picture of hers, and I'll put pictures of mine, and we'll put it together and I'll edit it into this video because I'm like the grandmaster of editing. No, really, I'm not. Okay, pinking shears. All right. Now I'm going to show you this side because you can see it a little easier. Okay. Let's start away from, do not start where your ribbon is hanging. Let's start with a different one. So just about 1/4 inch away, you're going to snip, see, like this, outside your line. And we're going to do that all the way around. So this is what you're going to be doing. You can see my line. So
I know what we're doing. We're making more scraps.
Of course we are, because why wouldn't we? And this is where you'll decide for your second one if you want to make a 4-inch square or a 7-inch square, or you can make whichever size you want. Because then you'll know if the 6 inch is too small or too large for what you want to use it for, because that's what it comes down to. Maybe you have a huge tree and you want a big one. tricky part is near the ribbon. And when I first started making these, I used to put the ribbon on separately. But then I was like, okay, there has to be a way to do this.
There has to be a better way to do this,
There
right?
has to be. So when it looks like a flip-floppy star with arms, I'll wait and let you get there.
Oh, I went on one side already of mine. I
You
did it
did.
different.
Okay,
I
so
just kept
all I was
going.
going to say is
Oh,
before you snip up this way, I want you to hold that. Now remember how we made sure that it was not, that it had to be one on top of the other. So you want
yes.
to move it over to the side and grasp it firmly because you don't want to cut your ribbon with your pinky.
Oh, that's the secret.
Well, I don't know about secret because I'm telling everybody.
I think it was a secret because I didn't know that.
Well, you know what's perfect about making these ornaments today?
What?
It's been snowing for like the last 3-4 hours here. We're not getting a lot of snow, but it is snowing out there.
Seriously? Oh. Yesterday it was 68 here. I went outside for a walk.
Bet you did.
Yep, on Thanksgiving. I figured after eating all that food,
perhaps, right?
a little exercise wasn't going to hurt.
Nope.
Now the only thing with mine is I used one of those pens that I have to use an iron to get rid of it. So
I'm not going to remove my mark on on camera or on film.
oh no,
whichever you want to say. I'll do that later on.
Yeah.
But as soon as she's done with that, I'm going to show you how you can use your little pieces that are left, because we have pieces, or maybe you have something from your scrap pile that you want to use.
Okay, what can I do with my scraps, Marie?
Okay, I'm going to take one of these pieces off here. I'm going to use my pinking shears because I like the look. Now, it doesn't need to be any certain shape. You can just wing it. I'm a big fan of winging it, in case you guys haven't noticed. All right. And I'm going to put that roughly in the center. And I'm going to take my button, who's got the button. And because mine has writing on it, I have to make sure it's right side up.
Okay, where did my button go?
And then I have another piece of crochet cotton. You could use quilting thread. You could use embroidery floss. You could even use a piece of ribbon. If you can thread it through there with your needle, you can use it.
That's the ticket.
Exactly.
I'm getting fussy on my little scrap piece though here. I don't like what I caught.
Uh-oh. Well, you just get picky. You have to like it.
That's it. It was too wonky. It was just...
Well, you just had us make a wonky star and your scrap was too wonky? Is that what you're telling us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna...
Just stick with it. Just stick with it. We'll agree with you.
Well, some things I don't want wonky, you know?
I'm just saying, wonky looks homemade. Like
Oh,
a perfect pie at Thanksgiving or Christmas. You make a perfect looking pie. It doesn't look homemade. You want a little bit of differences there. Okay, I made 3 knots in mine.
Oh, I'm getting to it. I didn't get to it yet.
You're fine.
I've got 4 holes in this button, so I think I'm gonna...
Are you going to use 2 or all 4?
Oh, I was thinking maybe you're doing an X on it.
Oh, that was cute.
Which means I need to start from the back. Yes.
Okay, well, I won't show mine until she's done. Then we'll do the big reveal together.
A big reveal.
A big reveal.
I hope all your subscribers are going to make them, and they're going to reveal them on your group.
Oh yeah, that would be cute to see them on the Facebook group. I tell you what we'll do. We'll start a thread where we show them We'll start it on
Ooh.
as soon as this video is released, and you guys can all share it in the reply section.
That sounds like a great idea.
I thought so. Oh, see, you're leaving me time, and then I start trimming my scrap. I shouldn't. I need to leave it alone. I said I wasn't going to reveal, and I'm holding it up to snip it.
Put it down, Marie. Put it down.
I'm going to get in trouble, you guys.
You're gonna get in trouble. That's right. I'm almost done. I'm not.
But how simple are these? These are very easy, and they're really fun. You can do them with family and friends. Yeah.
And again, you can do them with any fabric. We don't have to do it just for Christmas.
Right, right. They can be done with anything. I can't wait to make this one. I'm going to make this one off camera, but I just took all my little Christmas scraps and put them together. You done?
I'm done.
Okay, we'll go 1, 2, 3, and we'll hang them up.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. There. Oh, they're cute. Oh, I see your little button. You used a red. Is it red or brown? I can't tell.
It's a dark red.
A dark red. Hey, I wasn't all wrong.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I had to decide which side to put the button on because I liked both fabrics.
Couldn't you do? You could do button on both
you
sides.
Could.
Right?
You could put the button on both sides. Yeah, you could. But that's what I did. And you know what I was just thinking? These would look good. The ones you made as well. You know when they make those buntings? The fabric bunting,
yes.
You know what I mean? You could do the triangle and then a star, triangle, star, triangle, star.
Or if you're like me, I like, you might need to make the hanger a little bit bigger, but I like to put things on doorknobs or handles.
Oh, on doorknobs, yeah. I was definitely thinking of a tree on this one, but.
Yeah, but you could use it anywhere.
Yeah, you could. Well, I want to thank Lisa Marie for hanging out with us here today at Marie's Scrappy Creations. And, you know, this is my first holiday season as a YouTuber, so I'm really excited to make Christmas things. So, you know, today I'm actually, as soon as we're done this, I am starting to film my Sunday tutorial, which is going to be a Christmas item. But you'll see that before you'll see this video. So this will be old news by the time you hear it. So everything that we listed as you needing, I'm going to edit it in lists, and we're going to put as many pictures as we can to help you along the way with your folding or your placement of your triangles, because we know it sounds a little tricky, but really once you get that together, then you'll look at it and go, oh, I see now, right? I mean, isn't that how it goes? You'll have an aha moment. So
oh, my stars.
Both of our stars, where'd mine go to? Oh, right here. And we'll hold both of our stars that we made today. And we hope you guys make that.
Oh, here it is. It was right on top.
Yeah.
I got too much stuff everywhere.
We hope that you guys will try these out. Make them with someone you love. Make them by yourself. They'll be fun either way. And we'll make a post on the Facebook group where everyone can share their Scrappy Creations little stars. Okay. Thank you, Lisa Marie, for hanging out with us here today. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I appreciate your time. Feel free to leave a comment if you want. I really appreciate the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do so. And remember, be kind out there. The world needs more of that. I'll see you next time right here at Marie's Scrappy Creations. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.